Welcome, everyone. Wanted to get this quick training out to anyone that's interested in doing an online presentation. So the purpose of this webinar is going to really quickly go through what your steps you want to take when you are introducing someone to Advocare via online. So basically you have two options. You can have them choose go to your microsite. So if you're hosting a call for your distributor, you want to make sure that your distributor knows that when they get online and they're looking in the computer that they're going to that distributor's ID number. So for purposes today, you're looking at my website, but when you're hosting for a distributor, you want to make sure that all the people are on that distributor's website. So, and another option is to go to choose the challenge and do something very similar to what we're going to be going to. Those are your two different websites. You figure out which one you're more comfortable navigating through. I personally like just having someone on their personal website so they get used to, as we're browsing through it, they understand kind of what the website kind of looks like and how it all functions and works. So, but the purpose of this training call is to really help you understand why you would want to do an online mixer. Well, first of all, we want to do online mixers because guess what? They're easy. They're super, super simple and super, super easy, and is a great way during the busy season or really any part of the year to be able to get people, a small group of people together and hit them all at once. And you don't have to have someone in the presence of, having to have someone come to your home. So it's really streamlines it, makes it very, very time efficient for you. It's super, super simple, and it gets people into action very quickly. If you say, hey, can you get two people on the phone and watching their computer in the middle of the day, hey, great, do that. And so the whole key is we want to hit a lot of people as quickly as possible. So the online mixer presentation is a very simple, easy way, time-efficient way to share the message of Advocare. So I highly encourage you to do that. And I know a lot of people have questioned, what do I say, what do I do? So I'm just going to walk you through exactly what I do when I do an online mixer. And I used to do a lot of these, and I kind of got out of the habit of doing them. And because of the holidays, I said, hey, let's do this. And I forgot how simple it was. So I'm super excited to share this with you. And anybody can do this, whether you are a new advisor, whether you're a new distributor, or whether you're a veteran. Anybody can do this because we share the story and you've got visuals. So as you see here, you are looking at my screen. So what I would say is simply welcome everyone to, and obviously you're going to have a conference line number that you're going to choose. And so if you don't have your own conference line number, you can go to freeconferencecall.com or freeconferencecalling.com, get your own conference line, share that with your distributor that you're doing this mixer, doing this online mixer for, make sure everybody's on the conference line and that they're sitting down and they are looking at that distributor's screen. So I would verify that in the very beginning, and I would welcome them, let them know, thank you for sharing, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your time to learn more about Advocare. And then I simply want to walk through. So I'm navigating, and I'm going to tell them I'm going to navigate you through this website, and we're simply going to share the message of Advocare. So what I always say is you're going to click on company and our legacy, and I start with Charlie. Now I make sure that they know not to click on any of the videos, that they absolutely can go back after we get off the phone and look through all the videos that they might be interested in. But I start with Charlie and his vision and say, we're a 20-year-old company. And Charlie Regis was the founder of the company, and he had a vision for what he wanted Advocare to be for America. And so, I start with the guiding principles. And so I have them scroll down, as you can see here, and I start with this one because, I say, we do two things in Advocare. We help people with their health, and we're going to be focusing on the 24-day challenge and addressing those. But we also help people with their finances. So these guiding principles are still with us today, even though Charlie's not. And I start with this one right here: continually expand our market by providing the most effective and highest quality products and service available. So it all starts with our products. And you can touch on a couple of these if you want, but that's the one I really want to focus on and let them know that that's Charlie, and I go back to the products. So let's start where the products are, because it starts and ends with the products. And so I have them click on the product side and then click on the products that are safe. So these products are safe and effective because of two primary reasons, and I want you to click on the SciMed board. And then this is where you go and you talk about the SciMed board. And we all know about that, so I'm not going to go over that. And then I focus on Stanley Dedrick, and I have them click on his picture, and then I have them read his credentials, okay? So that you know that these aren't really quacks, basically, that they're not unemployed doctors looking to make a buck. And I love it because his honors are pioneered research and development of intravenous hyperalimentation, okay? And I talk about how that's so important and how it relates to how our bodies can, the products are manufactured in a way that we can make sure that they're absorbed. So his science and his technology goes into our product. Then I click down on the informed choice, and I talk about informed choice a little bit, why this is important. This is just another added component to making sure that our products are safe and effective, and we really go above and beyond what any other nutritional company is doing now. We test for over 200 banned substances, so this is really important for our endorsers and the people that have relationships with us. So this is a great way to, and then you can say, and it's important for you too, because if you've got high school athletes, you want to make sure that they're taking something that's safe and effective and not going to harm them. And then you want to click back on the products work, and you can go, and this is where you can touch on endorsers if you feel like that the people that are on the call would gravitate towards that, and then you can also click on product testimonials. Now, and I just let them know, hey, this is just a fraction. You can sit here and read these after we go through these, but this is just a fraction of the thousands and thousands of people that have had incredible product results. And if you see down there in the bottom, far right-hand corner, Denise Novicki, and I share my story. So this is just third-party credibility for me. And all you guys on your team, you can say, hey, this is our Lit Diamond leader in Georgia, and this is her story. And you can share my story. There's a before and after picture there. And you can click on those. And this is where I would definitely talk about your story. So share your story, and then you want to, and then I definitely touch on the opportunity, okay, before I go into the 24-day challenge. And I have them click on Earn Income 5 Ways. And I talk about, remember, there's two things. We love the product, so we also love the ability for people, a few of you, that maybe want to earn an income with Advocare. And what I like to focus in on is that you have choices and options. And so this is where I go on the 4 ways to get involved. I break down what a retail customer is, a distributor at 20%, a distributor at 20 or 40%, and an advisor at 40%. No need to go into detail. You know how to do that. If you don't, get in person with your sponsor, and they can kind of walk you through that. So I talk about that there's choices and options for them, but also understand, and then I go back up to the very top, and I talk about the 5 ways they can earn income. So real briefly, because I've explained the advisor at 40% and the benefits of that. And then I go back to, and once I've covered all of that, then I go to shop, and I ask them to click shop, and then I ask them to click on top sellers. And when they hit on top sellers, so these are the products that typically most people choose to start on when they choose Advocare. And then I go to the 24-day challenge bundle, and then I talk about it, and I say the top part of this bundle is the first 10 days, and then I explain what that is. And then I go into the max phase, and I explain what that is. And then I go over to the right here, and I talk about some optional add-ons. I definitely go over Catalyst, and go over Thermo Plus, and I always talk about adding an extra box of shakes for days 1 through 10. So I encourage them to click down, and I say, you do drop that menu, and sure your options. You get to choose your max packs, and you get to choose your meal replacement shakes. So what I want you to do, and this is what I say, what I want you to do is click on the one that you think would best match you. So you get to pick the flavor of the shake, and then also the formula of the Max 3, Max C, or the Max E. So I have them click on that, and I have them click on Add to Cart, okay? And what I want them to do is I want to help you understand how this checkout process works, okay? So I click on Checkout, and here we come back to create a new account. And so I talk about if you're interested in paying retail, and we talk about the 4 relationships. Here's just 2 of those relationships. You can be a retail customer, and this is where you're going to click. You're going to order the products at full retail price, and Sally Sue, whoever you're doing the mixer for, is going to get credit for. If you want to become a distributor, and you want to get 20% off, this is where you want to click fill out the application, your one-time fee of $79, and you're going to immediately get 20% off of your products. And this is where you can say, but you know what, if you have 2 people that want to do the challenge, guess what? Not only do you get, you want to become a distributor, but you actually get to the 25% discount, so you're saving even more money. So I want to put those things out there too. And then I simply close it as that. I open it up for Q&A, have people ask questions if they have them, and then I also just give them a plan of action, or I like to close it and say, this is what I recommend to you. These are the next steps. I want to encourage you, if the 24-day challenge is right for you, go ahead and just choose which way you want to order the products, customer or distributor. If you are most interested in the business, and the business makes sense for you, and you're wanting to know more information, you want to go ahead and become a distributor, get on products, because that's going to be your first job description. And then we want to make sure that you get in touch with, you can say myself or the person that you're doing the call for, and we will definitely talk to you in more detail about how to earn an income with Advocare. Now, remember, I didn't say, when you share your story, you're always sharing not only your product's results, but you're also talking about income, because your job is to cast vision for the person that you're doing the online mixer for. And so that's really simple. You can do that in 15 or 20 minutes, and if they've got some questions at the end, that's a great thing, because then you can start getting to know them, asking specific questions. They may say, hey, what do you have for performance pre-workout? And then you can help them navigate through that too, and show them where the products are. I also like to talk about the fact that if there's lots of questions about the products, I'm not going to sit there and I'm going to talk about it long term. I'm going to have them go directly to the website, and I'm going to say, you know what, if they have a question about Catalyst, well, click on Catalyst, and then when you click on it, you're going to see this product page at the end. You want to click on that product page. That's going to give you great information on more information than you want to know about the product, its key benefits, if this is for you, and what the actual ingredients are. And so that's very, very helpful, and that's listed for all of our for every single one of our products. So that is how I do it. It is super simple. Just got off the phone last night with Katie Moore with one of her people, brand new distributor. She got 5 people on. She's got one scheduled for tonight, and then she's got one scheduled for Tuesday night as well. So this is also key. If you've got long-distance relationships, long-distance business builders, this is the way you want to do it, because if you can't be up there supporting them, but you can do it online. So, and you can take this exact same flow and apply it to ChooseTheChallenge.com. Just make sure that your distributor has them to personalize ChooseTheChallenge.com, so that when you click to order, that they automatically go into that distributor's account, and all that good information. So, but that's real simply, that's what it is. So you guys go. So what I encourage you is pick up the phone, call all your distributors, your business builders, and say, let's book an online mixer. And you know what, if they need to watch this, have them watch this. And then say, who can you put me on the phone with? Who can we get on the phone? And so that's the name of the game. And so this is a great way to have, it's easy, time efficient, and so this is a great way to kind of continue to get momentum through these busy holiday season. So hope that helps. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.